Hello and welcome to Bantams Online. This is the football manager journey with Bradford City, where I took over as manager at the same time as Graham Alexander. If you haven't seen the earlier ones, you can watch the last one by clicking in the top right of the screen now. Do take a moment to like this and leave a comment as well. I'd love to hear what you've got to say about this series so far. Anyway, let's get down to business. Now, I've got a confession for you. I've managed to delete all the screen footage throughout February and a portion of March, so this episode's going to be slightly different from what I said in the last episode. This is going to cover February and March, and then we'll get to see whether we manage to make it to the playoffs or not. And then we will move on to the big summer rebuild that I've got planned. But let's get straight down to business. There were a few unattached players that I managed to get through the door. Now, this deal I'd been dealing with throughout transfer deadline day. It was Matt Macy, the goalkeeper. He is supposed to be number one goalkeeper, and he will come in on the substitutes bench to begin with. But that's the player that all the players wanted. They were unhappy that I didn't have strength in depth in the goalkeeper position. That has been sorted. And we also brought in Kyle Bartley as well. He has been signed on a 1.5-year deal. He's reasonably low in wages. And also, you might remember from the last episode, I had negotiations breakdown with Liam Moore. Well, we did pick up the negotiations again, and Liam Moore came to me, and it turns out he was happy to join until the end of the season. We'll reassess that in the summer. And the first match was against AFC Wimbledon. Jake Young shot just over the bar early doors, but look at this from debutant Denver Hume, who scored his first goal for Bradford City on his debut. And Tyler Smith extended Bradford City's lead to 2-0 with this deflected goal. A little bit of luck involved, but they all count. And this move started from the back and was passed out to Denver Hume on the left-hand side, and he got all the way to the byline, and the goalkeeper made a calamitous error which Jake Young was able to benefit from, making the score 3-0 to Bradford City. AFC Wimbledon did hit back with a goal themselves, making the score 3-1. Jack Hinchy found Brad Halliday, who rifled the ball home to make it 4-1. And that's how the game ended. And looking at the performances, Brad Halliday was man of the match with an 8. Jake Young and Tyler Smith doing really, really well. Jack Hinchy on the bench with a 7. Halliday, man of the match with an 8. And again, in defence, Tompkinson as well did a good job. The next match saw us humbled by Wrexham, who were top of the table. Elliot Lee got a hat-trick in that one, with Jack Hinchy on the score sheet, making his debut for Bradford City, and Alex Pattison scored a late consolation, the final score being 5-2. Just to look at some of the ratings on there, Sam Walker did alright, but Jack Hinchy was the standout player, along with Jake Young and Alex Pattison. And then it was followed by a draw with MK Dons at home. Jake Young put City into the lead as early as the 8th minute. Dawson Devoy equalised for the visitors. Jake Young put in a man of the match performance in that one, with another good performance from Jack Hinchy and Kieran Kelly, along with Sam Walker in goal. And the visit of Sutton United to Valley Parade was a very entertaining match, with Kyle Bartley getting sent off on his debut after only 6 minutes. He got that for a second yellow card, and I'll show you that here. Absolutely naive defending for such an experienced player, and not only will he be suspended, but I won't be in a hurry to put him straight back in the team with Liam Moore in contention to take his place. It forced me to switch Richie Small Smallwood to centre-back in this match, but Jake Young a minute later put Bradford City into a surprise lead. Only a minute after that, on the 8th minute, Jack Hinchy found Jake Young again to make it 2-0, and if the game couldn't get any more action-packed, Sutton United pulled a goal back from the penalty spot on 15 minutes, but just before half-time, Tyler Smith extended Bradford City's lead to 3-1. Sutton, though, did get a consolation in the 6th minute of injury time through Josh Coley. Final score, Bradford City 3, Sutton United 2. And that was followed by this 4-1 win away to Barrow. Jake Young again on the score sheet on 18 minutes. This move orchestrated by the usual suspects. Halliday found Hinchy, who then picked out Tyler Smith, and Jake Young had no problem slotting home. 3 minutes later, Alex Pattison extended the lead to 2-0 with this well-taken goal. But just before half-time, Jez Thittle pulled one back for the home side. And having been left out of the squad altogether for the last few matches, Andy Cook returned to goal-scoring ways with this goal on the 69th minute, and Bradford City made it 4-1 in the 73rd minute, with Andy Cook having more than a bit of a say in Jonathan Tompkinson's goal. And no surprises that Andy Cook got man of the match for his substitute's appearance. But in the following match, Bradford City were beaten by title-chasing Notts County. Liam Moore made his full debut for Bradford City and put in a good performance. Other good performances were Jack Hinchy again, Sam Walker in goal pulled off some fine saves, Jonathan Tompkinson and Alex Gilliard all playing well, but the result was disappointing in the end, with Jake Young getting Bradford City's goal. Adam Wilson took his opportunity to shine in a 1-1 draw away to Accrington Stanley. He got himself on the score sheet and put in a man of the match performance. Also returning to the lineup was Imari Samuels, who replaced Denver Hume. He did okay in that position, Denver Hume on the bench. Also a special mention to Brad Halliday, who got a 7.5 in that match as well. And Sam Walker again playing well with a safe 7. And Bradford City got back to winning ways at home to Forest Green Rovers, winning 3-2 with 2 penalties from Tyler Smith and a goal from Jake Young being enough to see all 3 points go to the Bantams. Standout performances in that match all over the pitch. Substitute Poynton did really well when he came on. Jack Hinchy was the man of the match, but that was closely followed by the 2 goals that got Tyler Smith a 7.5. Jake Young got a 7. So all round, not a bad performance, with Liam Moore and Kyle Bartley in that 3 with Kieran Kelly. Bartley returning from his suspension and subsequent dropping from the team as a punishment. And Bradford City threw a 2-goal half-time lead away at home to Mansfield Town. Tyler Smith got the opening goal after only 7 minutes and Jack Hinchy on 32. But Davies Keller-Dunn scored twice, with one of those goals levelling 8 minutes from time, with Ollie Clark nicking it on the 90th minute. Callum Kavanagh and Tyreek Wright failed to make an impact when they came on, but there was some good performances. Jack Hinchy with a man of the match performance. He's doing really well at the moment. Also, Matt Macy made his debut, and things could have been a lot worse had it not been for his heroics in goal. Also, Kieran Kelly is worth a nod in that one, and Richie Smallwood and Tyler Smith were the other standout players in that match, with the Man of the Match award going to Brad Halliday. And so this was the state of play before our match with Harrogate Town. As you can see, that put Bradford City in 10th place on 58 points, just 3 points outside the playoffs. A 0 goal difference as well, something that can be worked on. And the next match away to Harrogate Town is an excellent chance of sneaking into the playoff places. Macy starts again in goal for Bradford City with the three central defenders, Bartley, Platt and Kelly. At left wing back is Denver Hume, and right wing back, of course, is Brad Halliday. In the centre of midfield, we've got Alex Gilliard and Jack Hinchy, Tyreek Wright on the left and Bobby Poynton on the right of attack, and Tyler Smith, who's been scoring quite a lot of goals this season, getting the nod up front. And on the bench, Liam Moore has been dropped to the bench, Richie Smallwood, Adam Wilson, Imari Samuels, Jamie Walker, who's come back from injury, and Jake Young. And because Matt Macy did so well in the last match, he keeps the starting place and Sam Walker is on the bench. And with Harrogate Town near the bottom of League 2, this really should be a good opportunity to get that win and try and get into the playoffs. Bradford City get the match underway. Tyler Smith kicks off and plays it back to Denver Hume. Hume looking for options, finds Platt at the back, and Platt just takes his time, plays it to Poynton. Poynton back to Bartley. Bartley returns the favour and gives it to Poynton. Poynton skips one tackle and picks out Halliday. Halliday's going to look to get that cross in. He pulls the ball back, but that's cleared by Falkenham. And Gilliard now, has he got time to shoot? He looks, thinks about it, does. And that just goes over the bar. Nice try though. 12 minutes into the match now. Hinchy plays it through to Gilliard, and that comes off the crossbar. Not far from being an opening goal for Bradford City. Can Halliday get that ball back in? He does, but that's claimed by goalkeeper Oakley. Hume to Smith. Smith's in on goal now. Smith puts it wide. Disappointing. 20 minutes in, headed away by Ramsey. Fellows now. March. Oh, well won back by Gilliard there. And he plays it across field to Bartley, who finds Halliday. Halliday again, dangerous down this right side, looking to get another cross in, gets the ball low, and that is out for a corner kick, and Poynton will take it. 21 minutes gone. Headed by Bartley, just over the bar. Now we're going through the match. Some good performances. Brad Halliday, Jack Hinchy are the ones standing out. That's how it was at half time, and March gets the ball underway and Falkenham has it. March. That goes out of play. Wasted by Harrogate there, the attack. But this gets to Smith, and this is in a dangerous area. Hinchy now. Hinchy looks up, shoots, and that's cleared off of the line by Ramsey. And Fellows gets the ball away. And I'm just going to apologise about the little arrow icon. I was recording this and not concentrating because somebody phoned me. And I like to doodle with my mouse tracker. Halliday, can he pick out Smith? He does, and that is Smith's 18th goal of the season, and it puts Bradford City 1-0 up, and that was a really good pick out, and easy as you like for Tyler Smith. Bradford City are on their march here. And now substitutions time. Poynton comes off for Wilson, and Tyreek Wright comes off for Jake Young, just to freshen things up a bit and see if we can get more going on. Into the 75th minute, corner kick, headed away. And Smith's going to get that one back, and he's looking for Platt to Hume. Now Hume, can he pick anybody out? He does nearly. Halliday. Oof, that was close. Well saved. He's got to look at whether anything needs changing now. See if anybody is tired. Brad Halliday is one candidate. Denver Hume. Probably a good idea, take him off and bring on Imari Samuels and just switch Jake Young about and bring Walker on for Tyler Smith. Give him some fitness, that's the important part of that. So we're just seeing this game through. Falkenham with a free kick, headed away, well defended so far, but still not away. And that shot well saved by Macy. And that is a corner kick. Gibson with a corner. Headed away by Bartley, and Jamie Walker comes away with it. Falkenham with a corner. 2 minutes remaining. All the pressure on Bradford City at the moment. Gibson, Burrell, he's going to shoot. He does, and that is just tipped behind by Macy. Corner again. Platt away. Bradford City defending resolutely here. They're trying to hang on to this, and now we are into injury time, but Bradford City are attacking this time. Jamie Walker in the box, doesn't get there. O'Connor gets it away, and that is that. Bradford City have got all 3 points. And look at the performances there. Jack Hinchy in the centre of midfield, 7.6. Brad Halliday, man of the match performance. Kelly, excellent performance from him. And of course, Matt Macy in goal. And Tyler Smith, the goal scorer, with a 7.4. So pretty good performances all round. Bobby Poynton, a bit disappointing. But aside from that, let's see what this means to the league table. Still only in 9th, but look at that. 4 teams on 61 points. It's just our goal difference that ain't enough, and Stockport are even catchable for us, so plenty of opportunities for us to get into the playoffs, but it's only 7 games left. It should be achievable. Let's hope we can get there. Bit of news, I've had to transfer list Alex Pattison, and this is non-footballing reasons. This is absolutely a falling out, the reason for it. The reason it's happened is because he's a couple of times had issues with me dropping him. I've not dropped him for any bad reasons, just simply to do with the tactics being the way they are, and it's hard fitting him into that deeper position in midfield. So he's been slightly unhappy with that a couple of times in the past and made it known to me. And this time, in terms of Football Manager, he crossed the line with me where I felt that this time he'd crossed the line with his furious reaction to it and the way he was demanding. I tried to explain it reasonably. He wasn't having it, and I can't have players trying to undermine me no matter how good they are. I'd do it in real life in that situation. It's alright if somebody comes up to you in a decent manner with concerns, which I can understand, but he did choose the big attitude, throw your toys out of the pram, and I don't tolerate that sort of thing, so he's on his way. You don't cross the manager. And now he's kicking off about his asking price. One thing after another. He's still furious. Really no need to be, because this is easily sorted, to be fair. So let's see, what does he want? I'll put an asking price of 230,000. I think that's about fair. Fuck me, calm down. 220k, you're arguing over 10k. I don't give a shit about it, yes. Fine. But you see my problem here? I don't need to be dealing with people who cannot control their temper. I'm sure he's not like this in real life. And now for the last match in this episode, which will round off the month of March. But here we go. This is the Tranmere Rovers match, where again, 3 points could see us grab a playoff place. Just the one change, with Jake Young coming in for Tyreek Wright. And on the bench, Callum Kavanagh replaces Adam Wilson. Tranmere Rovers currently sit in mid-table, so this game should be very winnable. It's a good opportunity to grab a playoff spot. If nothing else, we've got to take advantage of this. And it was the visitors who got us underway. Gilead headed away a corner and Young got it away before Norris put the ball into the box for Leak to shoot and hit the side netting. They also had a free kick that was hit over the bar harmlessly, but it was Bradford City who had the biggest chance early on the 15-minute mark, with this effort from Tyler Smith hitting the inside of the upright. But that attack didn't end there. Alex Gilead shot just over the bar. City piling on more pressure from the corner. Jake Young headed just over. And Denver Hume and Gilead linked up with a ball that was cleared away at first. But that's when Halliday picked out Bobby Poynton to fire in this, his 4th goal of the season, and nicely taken. Nothing McGee could do about it, and that put Bradford City 1-0 up against Tranmere. In the 24th minute, Tyler Smith put through Hume, who shot just wide, and Hume was in the thick of the action again, and this time Tyler Smith got on the end of his cross. And once again, Denver Hume showing his prowess in creating goals since joining Bradford City. But it wasn't all one-way traffic, and in the 34th minute, Tranmere hit back with a goal from Lewis, who was allowed too much time and space by the defence, making the score 2-1. Bobby Poynton put through Tyler Smith, one-on-one with a goalkeeper, but he fired just wide. But only a minute after the Tranmere goal, Bartley got on the end of the corner from Tyler Smith to get his first goal for Bradford City. That made the score 3-1. It wasn't even half-time yet, and it was an action-packed game. Some nice build-up play by Bradford City. This time down the right-hand side. Demonstrating Bradford City can play some good football on the floor when they want to. Patience was the key, and Poynton was put through, who played the ball to Halliday, who nicely squared it to Jake Young to get his 17th goal of the season and put Bradford City 4-1 ahead. Again, look at how Poynton and Halliday linked up to get that ball to Jake Young, and he didn't mess about. So that were it at half-time, 4-1 up, nicely sailing for the Bantams. Nice things to say, obviously, at half-time to the team, and Bradford City got the match underway for the second half with every confidence of being able to get more goals and build on this lead. And the Bantams immediately took the game to their opposition. Young, who found Gilliard, and a nice bit of play there with a layoff from Smith. Hinch's shot was blocked for a corner. The resulting corner, nothing came from it. But on the 52-minute mark, this header from Jordan Turnbull, his 5th goal of the season, made the score 4-2, and it was time to look at some substitutions. Matty Platt made way for Liam Moore, and Richie Smallwood replaced Alex Gilliard. Immediately, Young had a header that was straight at the goalkeeper, but Tranmere were chasing that 3rd goal still, and Walker was left all on his own for Tranmere to fire over the bar. So I made a 67th minute substitution, Callum Kavanagh coming on for Tyler Smith. But Tranmere were still in pursuit of that 3rd goal. Macy getting down well to foil Abdullahi. But as you can see, it was all Tranmere, with this corner resulting from that shot and another shot charged down. Tranmere was certainly taking control of this match and looking the most likely to score their next goal. And even more pressure in the 70th minute from Tranmere Rovers. And finally it paid off, and Leo Connor scored from outside the box, and now the pressure was really on Bradford City, because at the moment it was looking very much like Tranmere Rovers would get back into this. Another example of some of the patient build-up play here, with Callum Kavanagh shooting just over the bar. It was all about just looking at what changes needed to be made, and it was really difficult to decide at that point. But Hinchy had a shot that just narrowly went over the bar, and with Brad Halliday looking tired, I brought on Samuels in his place, and I brought on Jamie Walker for Tyler Smith and switched his position with Jake Young, giving Young the instruction to shoot more often. At this point, I just felt attack was the best form of defence. With the clock ticking down and only 2 minutes left of normal time to play, Smallwood intercepted a ball in the middle of the field and played it first time to Jamie Walker, who found Callum Kavanagh, and substitute Samuels was immediately into the action. He picked out Smallwood, who finished off what he started with what is becoming a bit of a trademark style goal from him this season, extending Bradford City's lead to 5-3, putting the game out of reach of a battling Tranmere Rovers performance. But it was another win for the Bantams, with Brad Halliday picking up another Man of the Match award, Jake Young doing well, Richie Smallwood did well when he came on, and Amari Samuels also did well when he came on. So what did this mean for the league table? Well, Bradford City still outside the playoffs, level on points, but lower on goal difference, and that is how it's going to stay for this one. Will we get into the playoffs? you'll find out in the next episode. If you've enjoyed this episode, please do take a moment to hit the like button, and also if you haven't already, subscribe to this channel, and if you hit the bell icon, you'll be updated as soon as a new episode is released. Don't forget you can catch me on X at Bantams Online. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there. Look forward to seeing you in the next episode, and all that's left to say is catch you later.